Welcome to the second of two videos for the Snowflake design project from the Allegheny Arts Council's Art on Demand. My name is Bobby Croft, and let's pick up right where we left off. The materials that you will need for the second part of your project are the watercolor paper that you created in the first video, white paper, a pair of scissors, a pencil, a glue stick, and something round that you can trace. I'm using a drinking glass, but it could be anything that is round that you can trace for this project. The first thing I'm going to do is create a number of circles that I'm going to use to create my snowflake. So to do this, I'm going to take my drinking glass, or whatever you found that is round. Keep in mind you don't want it to be very large, but at the same time you don't want them to be really tiny. And I'm going to trace these circles onto a piece of paper, a piece of white drawing paper. So I'm using the base of my drinking glass to make some smaller circles. And these circles are going to be the basis of my snowflakes. So I want to create a number of them. So I'll make 3 small snowflakes, or circles. And then I'm going to flip my glass upside down and trace some larger circles using the opening of the glass to create some nice large snowflakes. From here, what I will do is take a pair of scissors and cut the circles out, setting them aside for later. The paper on the outside of the circles is scrap, and you may recycle or throw that away. Now what I'm going to do is take these circles that I created out of the drawing paper and create snowflakes from them. So the first thing I'm going to do is take one of my circles and I'm going to fold it in half vertically. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to rotate it so that the flat edge is away from me, and I'm going to fold it in half again, creating a right angle. From here, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut designs into the paper. I'm going to avoid cutting the very center point of the folded paper, and I'm going to cut starting on the curved edge of the paper. Now, unlike other snowflake techniques, we're going to save the pieces that we cut out for later. From here, what I'm going to do is open up my paper showing part of my snowflake. Now what we're going to do that's special with this type of snowflake is take the scrap pieces of paper and we are going to use them as part of our design. So this piece of scrap paper that I picked up used to fit there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it and use it as an extension outside of the round snowflake. So I'm going to find where the piece of scrap paper goes, and I'm going to flip it so that it is a mirror image on the outside of my circle. So I'm going to continue making some snowflakes, making sure that I save the scrap paper from each snowflake. So as I create my final artwork, I can have various snowflakes using this technique. The final step of your project is to glue your snowflakes onto your watercolor background. As you glue your snowflakes onto your background, you want to make sure that you're adding generous amounts of glue, and you want to make sure that those scrap pieces of paper from our last step are making it into your design using that mirror image, or that flipped technique discussed in the last step. And there you have your very own snowflake artwork. Maybe you'll give this as a gift to somebody you love this holiday season, or maybe you'll put it on display for everyone to see. And we would love to see your work at the Allegheny Arts Council. Please take a photo of the artwork that you've created and send it to us using the information on the screen.